guys, it is Knives here, and today we're going to be unboxing and trying the Tiny Rebel 11th birthday beer box. So you should know by now that I like flavours, beer in my weed, yes, but also in my beer. I like to try a lot of different flavoured things. I don't like to stick to boring generic supermarket beer. I like to try the weird, the interesting, particularly the sour beers, but just in general, a whole range of different flavours. The people over at Tiny Rebel have a lot of weird ideas. I've tried quite a lot of their beer and I haven't found one that I don't like yet, so I'm super excited to just unbox and try this. So without further ado, we're just going to go over the packaging. To start, you can see the birthday pack, Tiny Rebel. On this side, just got the logo there, the little bear eye patch thingy. On this side, more of the same, ice cream cone there, little bear. I don't know if he's got a name, so we're just gonna call him Little Bear Dude in this video. And on the final side, more of the same. I think that's a lemon. I already made sure to rip off my address before I showed you the box, just so that I didn't dox myself, but we're gonna get into the actual contents now. Before we get into this, I've just noticed something else that's cool about the packaging. I was gonna say the parcel and the packaging at the same time. It came out packaging. The design is all the way on the inside as well, so it's not just that they've took the time to create really cool outer packaging. It does extend to inside the box as well, and I think that's just a really cool, very nice little touch there. So straight into the packaging. On the top there, you can see it says Tiny Rebel. Focus on the box please. The blending pack, 11th birthday box, and for each flavour of beer they've got the little mascot dude dressed up in colours to match that flavour of the beer. And on the back, it's actually quite heavy. Give you a little bit of time to read that for yourself, but I am going to read it out for you. It says, contents, 1 440ml Blue Raz Hard Candy Ice Sour. They're all 440ml, so I'm not going to read that out every single time. 1 Creamsicle Tea IPA, 1 Caramelized Pineapple Spiced IPA, 1 Freak Shake Fruzy, 1 Coffee and Popcorn Slow Drip Stout, 1 Limoncello Double Any IPA, 1 Cookie Dough Biscuit Mix Millionaire Shortbread, 1 Peached Iced Tea IPA. To me, those all sound very, very nice. I really can't wait. Now, obviously these aren't chilled yet because I literally just got them off the postman just now. So I'm going to open them up, I'm going to show them to you, and then we're going to stick them in the fridge and see what they taste like in a bit. Now if I can do this without dropping it and also getting it on camera at the same time, then that'll be a miracle. But I'm going to try and lift off this top bit now. Hopefully none of them actually fall. Oh, one of them did nearly fall. So this is the top bit here. And on the inside of the lid it says, every Tiny Rebel employee gets their own personalised Tiny Rebel bear. Well, that's pretty fucking cool. Everybody gets a little bear. So this is very difficult to hold because they are all movable, but I'm going to try and go through this with you. So here we have number 1, which is the... How am I going to do this without dropping all of them, bro? It folds down and you can see the beer right there. Can you see the beer? That's the Popcorn Drip Stout. This one is the Creamsicle. This one's the Pineapple, Spiced Pineapple. I'm looking forward to that one. I know you can't really see it. And so on and so forth as we go around. This is the most awkward way that I could have done this, bro. Whoop. And we just nearly lost the Cookie Dough Stout. So in there, in the middle, can you see that there? is the glass. In fact, I'm just gonna put this on the floor and open it so that you can see it better. So there we have the packaging all gone through. I'm gonna put them in the fridge and then we'll come back and try some of them later. We might do them all, or we might just do one or two, we'll see. So our beers have been chilling in the fridge for exactly 2.5 hours. The first one that I wanted to try is the coffee. I'm just not gonna cover up the whole lot there. Coffee and popcorn, what does it say? Slow drip stout, 10%. Not enough beer or popcorn in your affogato. Strong coffee and delicious hot and fresh popcorn are mixed in this slow fermented stout. Belgian chocolate, Welsh popcorn and extract coffee. What else could you need other than a biscuit? Store cold, drink fresh, and then all the ingredients that I'm not going to go through. The can art is fucking cool. It's got, come on, focus on the can. You can see like a coffee maker, I think that is, and chocolate and a shitload of popcorn coming off. Nice orange colour. We've washed our glass. This has been drying on the drainer for the past 2.5 hours. So without further ado, we're going to try the Tiny Rebel 11th birthday coffee and popcorn slow drip stout. This glass is deceptively big. It looks small, it looks like it'd only hold like a 330ml can maybe, but it fit exactly 440ml, so I don't know why that surprised me, it just did, but there we go. Nice dark black colour, decent bit of head on there. Let's just try it. That's a weird one. It's nice, but it's not what I expected it to be. It's definitely more on the sweeter side, definitely more popcorny than it is coffee-ish. I'm not really getting any coffee in there. I'm getting a lot of sweet, definitely vanilla-y flavours. It's nice and smooth, but it's definitely, if I try really hard, then it tastes a little bit like a vanilla latte. I can't remember what I was just saying because my worst nightmare just happened. I was just chatting away, making the video like usual, and my neighbour let his dog out. I didn't know that he was there. I'm just chatting away to my camera. Just stood there watching me, so carry on back with what we were saying. Yeah, I think I was saying it tastes like a vanilla latte at a push, but it's definitely more sweet and popcorny, vanilla-y, caramelly, I guess, than it is coffee. I'm not really getting any of the coffee on there. It's nice, but for my palate, I would say that it's a little bit too sweet. And you can definitely taste the strength of this. It's a 10% beer. I say that because I had a stout yesterday at a coffee shop when I went out. That was also 10%. That didn't taste as, my brain wants to say harsh. It's not really harsh, it's just you can definitely taste and feel the alcohol in the back of your throat. But this one feels more alcohol-y than the 10% that I had yesterday. So I prefer to not, I'm not really a spirit person, so I don't like to taste the alcohol, I guess, which I guess defeats the purpose of drinking a beer, but there we go. So yeah, the taste for me is a little bit harsh and a little bit too sweet, but I would give it a 6 out of 10. It's just fine. Alright, so we are approximately 2 hours in the future, about an hour and 40 minutes. We've just finished this one, the coffee and popcorn drip stout. That was really, really heavy, so now we're gonna go for something a little bit lighter, and this one is the Blue Raz Hard Candy Ice Sour. And as you should know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, I've been on the lookout for the best, well, alcohol-free sour in December, but now that I'm over all that shit, we're gonna go and look for the best full alcohol sour, I guess, and definitely needed something lighter after that stout. It was 10%, it was sweet, but it was thick at the same time, so this is the weakest one of all the birthday beers at 4%. Now, will it be the worst. If it's the weakest, we don't know. We're gonna find out now. I feel like this is the one I'm gonna like least, just because I don't mind blue raspberry and stuff like that, but it's really not my go-to, so I'm thinking that this might be the one that I like least, but if it's sour, then it might be the one I end up liking the most, so let's just crack it open. I didn't even read it, so we'll read it first before we crack it open. Fondly remembering the drinks from the 90s, bright blue raspberry candy. We brought that to the party with a secret surprise at the end, ice blasting, throat chills to finish the whole thing off. So what I'm expecting from this is hopefully sour, very, very sweet, and maybe like a little bit of a menthol kick to it. I really hope this is good. Straight away, this is taking me back to when I tried the Sour Batch Hops by Mash Gang. If you haven't watched that video, you can go check that out, it's on screen somewhere. I didn't really fuck with that. I thought it was too sweet and not very sour at all. It was more like drinking pop than it was beer, but this is really taking me back to that moment. I hope this is good. Cheers. Yeah, this is a little bit disappointing. It's not bad by any stretch of the word. Like, it's not disgusting. It's not making me go, I don't want to drink that. I'll definitely finish it, but this is like, does anybody remember those Buddies Pops? Like the blue ones, they're like, I don't know, about this big. You used to get them from Chippy mainly. And they had like this round guy on the front that did this. I'm getting that icy kick in my throat right now. That's interesting and not what you would expect from a beer at all. But yeah, this reminds me of, actually, now that it's sort of marinated for a minute, I'm getting the little Buddies Pop mixed with like a blueberry ice vape. The menthol thing in the back of my throat is making me think that I've just vaped, and the flavour is like a very artificial blue raspberry / blueberry, so it feels like I've just bought a shitty cheap vape or like an Elf bar or something, hit that a couple of times, and then taken a drink of blue Powerade. Combined all that together, that's what this is. It's not terrible, it's a nice contrast to the last one that we had. It's light, it's quite refreshing. I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10. So yesterday, I got a little bit too happy. I was enjoying the beer and the balls a little bit too much, and I had to go and put myself to bed at 7:30 PM because it all caught up to me a bit too quickly. It was this one that did it, the limoncello. Nah, not for me, this one. I was sat there on the sofa, I was sipping it, and I think I was watching something, I don't really remember. But I was drinking it and thinking, I'm not really enjoying this anymore. Everything's a little bit wavy, I'm gonna go lay down. So I went and passed out for 2 hours, got back up at 9:30, and the glass was like in the living room on the sofa, and this is grotty, but I'm gonna tell you what I did anyway. I saw the glass, it had, it's clean now, it had about this much left in it, just below the teddy bear's feet. I saw it on the table, and I was like, okay, so I was a little bit fucked up earlier, didn't really get the flavour, can't really remember it. I took a sip of 2-hour-old warm limoncello beer, and let me tell you, my dudes, it was not it. It's kind of like, so these are yesterday's beers in order: 10%, 4%, and 8.5%. So that adds up to like 22.5%. It's probably equal to drinking about like 5.5 beers, so 5.5 pints, should I say. Like, the percentage is no fucking joke, so we're gonna take it very, very steady today. We're gonna be having just one, this one, in fact. Very nice, cool can. I like this can. Creamsicle Tea IPA, 11%. Our famous motto, never just make vanilla ice cream, doesn't mean you don't make vanilla ice cream flavoured beer. We love this cold sweet stuff, and this beer is an homage. The art is raised. I didn't notice that on any of the other cans. Probably because I didn't really go through the cans yesterday, but all the artwork is just slightly raised and it feels nice. So this one is 11% volume, which is equal to having like 4 pints. I put 3 fingers up. I was thinking in my head whether it was 3 or 4, but it's like 4 pints, so 4, 8, 12. Well, no, it was 3. I was right. It was 3 pints. So one of these is like drinking 3 pints. A little bit frightened, I won't lie, after yesterday. Did say I was going to take it easy, but I did just smoke half a blunt, so I guess we'll see. I don't know what the T stands for in Tea IPA, so if somebody knows what that is, you can comment it or something. But I've been speaking for like 5 minutes and I haven't opened the beer, so I do like this glass. That colour is really, really nice. It smells like a fruity IPA. It definitely smells orangey. I don't know if you could see that, but I just got some on my face. That's the fruit I was getting. At first I thought I was getting pineapple, but I think it's orange. Also, I don't know if this is intentional or whether it just got bashed, but there's like a divot there. None of the others have a divot, so I think this one might have just got bashed. It smells like fruity beer, fruity orange beer. It's a really nice colour. I'm going to take a sip to clear whatever this is in my throat. I was waiting a minute to see what the aftertaste was like. My first thought was strong, and I was waiting a minute to see what the aftertaste was. And it's giving me almost like energy drink vibes. It almost tastes like the sort of cocktail type taste. For example, I was at a party a few days ago, and one of my friends was just making cocktails out of shit that he had in his kitchen. And one of those ingredients was Mango Monster. And this is giving me that type of vibes, like, I was going to say a bunch of shit thrown together, but that's not what I meant. Like, it's almost spirit-like in the way that it feels in your mouth. It's like drinking a cocktail instead of drinking a beer. It's probably because of the high alcohol content. Maybe you're supposed to mix them because it makes them less harsh. The aftertaste that you get after it's gone down is definitely creamy, but the initial is like strong, fruity, almost cocktail-like. Honestly, you can call me a pussy, but I feel like if I added some lemonade to that, it would go down almost too smoothly. I'm genuinely going to go water this down a little bit because I'm just not about passing out before 6 o'clock today. So I'm just going to hazard a guess that I'm going to like it when it's watered down a bit, so probably a 6 out of 10 for the Creamsicle Tea IPA. So we're now another day in the future. It's now technically Sunday morning. It's almost Sunday afternoon, but you know, we're not going to go too much into that. This one yesterday, the Creamsicle Tea IPA. I only drank this one yesterday. I didn't have any more after that, obviously, because I didn't film it, but yeah, this was really, really strong. I had to split this into 2 separate pint glasses and then top them both up with lemonade and just sip on them. Too strong for me. I never thought I would say the words too strong for me, but I guess I'm just getting old. Even after splitting them and watering down a little bit, it wasn't the best. It was alright, but I just don't think it's the type of flavour that was for me, so I kept thinking it was pineapple instead of orange. I wasn't really getting orange unless I told my brain that it was orange. So I'm 5.5 out of 10. Not the worst. It was better than the limoncello one. I didn't really care for the limoncello one. But today's, we are back down into manageable territory. This one is a 5% IPA, caramelized spiced apple. I like the can art on this. Very nice. Focus on the can, please. Get my face out of there. Little flaming pineapple with caramel. and a glass and ice and flames and straws, and it looks very, very nice. After a whole summer of drinking pineapple spiced rum, we needed to make this into a beer. Rich caramelized candied pineapples with your favorite rum spices, vanilla, cinnamon and collards. I really should not smoke before I make these. I was debating not smoking before I sat down to make this, but the dog needed to piss, and you know, while the door's open, you may as well let the smoke out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I like spiced rum. I don't like spiced rum in my beers. I don't know if anybody ever tried those Foster's Rocks beers that they made a few years back. They were vile, absolutely disgusting. So I'm hoping this doesn't taste like that. I do like spices, so I'm hoping that I like this. Also, I've kind of gone off pineapple recently. I don't know why. Like, I don't like pineapple flavored things recently. Like, it's not disgusting to me. It's not like strawberry. That's fucking vile, but I'm not choosing pineapple lately, so I'm just hoping that this is nice. But I know it's not gonna, well, hopefully not blow my head off at 5%. It smells pineapple-y. Nice colour on this one again. I don't know how there's managed to be a dog hair sticking out of it already. This is a clean glass, but there is. It smells pineapple-y, like I said. Slightly spicy. It smells nice, to be fair. I'm not knocking it. Pineapple's the first thing I get, but it's not like a sweet pineapple, it's almost like a tart pineapple. I feel like, now it's been a while since I had the, I think it's called Pineapple Express, that Tiny Rebel make, and I only had it, I think I've had it twice in my life, but I remember thinking it was okay, but it was more like a little bit too sweet and a little bit too like pop, even though I can't remember how strong it was, but I think it's like between 4 and 6%, so it's not like a weak beer by any standards. It's nice, it's quite nice, but I feel like this, they took that Pineapple Express and they like mixed it into a cocktail with like some rum, maybe a bit of pineapple juice. So this is still that little bit of fizz, but it's the Pineapple Express beer that they made after dark. That's nice. It feels like maybe the grown-up version of the Pineapple Express that they made. It's not too strong and it's not too bitter. Like on these ones, the more, I was gonna say expensive, but they all came in the same box. Not expensive, the stronger ones are a little bit too much for me. Too strong, as I said. I don't really like spirits for that reason. So they're a little bit too strong for me, and I know you're supposed to mix them, but I just like to sample them each as they are. So on their own, the stronger ones are too much, but this one feels like a nice little easily sippable drink. I feel like if this one was available as part of a multi-pack in the future, like not with the rest of the stronger ones, but as like a little 4-pack of the less strong ones, maybe this one, the Blue Raz one, I would drink it again. I wouldn't really choose it, but if it was in the pack, I would drink it. And I haven't tried the other 3, I think there's 3 left, I'll try those. But if it came in a multi-pack with those, if they're good, then that'd be great for like a summer day. But the stronger ones, I'm not really fucking with at the moment. This one's good, solid 7 for now. On my way up to smoke another bowl, I decided I should probably do the beer first this time. So this time around, we have the Peach Iced Tea IPA at 6%. Nothing more refreshing than a peach tea, unique blend of rooibos and Assam fresh teas with hundreds and hundreds of peaches packed into this bittersweet pale ale. Now, I think I said this about the last one, but if I did, then I lied. This one, I think, is going to be the best. This one is going to be where it's at. Peach iced tea. I love peach iced tea. I like peach in every beer that I've had with peach in it. It's been good. So at 6%, it's nothing ridiculous. So I don't think it's going to be too strong. With the last one, where is it? Not that one. This side. This one with the caramelized pineapple spiced IPA. I think that I've found caramel spiced IPA, spiced rum, the limoncello one, and this one's not trying to be a cocktail, but this one is just too strong. But with this one trying to be spiced rum and that one trying to be limoncello, I don't think I want my beer to try and be a spirit. I think I just want my beer to be a beer, and if my beer wants to be iced tea, then that's fine. If my beer wants to be fruit, that's also okay, but I don't think I want my beer to try and be a spirit. I like the blue can on this one, contrasts very nicely with the orange peaches, with the ice on the front there. This one's not got spices or caramel or anything else on the front. This one's just trying to be iced tea, so I guess we'll give it a go. In the big drop glass this time round, because my Tiny Rebel one has just been washed. Big Drop's good. I rate the Big Drop beer, alcohol free. Try it. And you can tell I'm going back to work as a bartender very soon, because that is a perfect pour. This one smells good. I think I've tried peach in beer. I've tried peach in beer at least one time. I can't remember what the beer was called, but I'm 99% certain I got it from Aldi. No, twice. One from Aldi, which was really good, and then another one that was like called Jubilee or something like that. That was very good. So I'm a fan of peach in beer. Smells like peaches. Smells like beer. Oh yes, bitch. See, this is what I've been waiting for. It's smooth, nice smooth mouthfeel. Peaches immediately, but not like super sweet. It still tastes like beer, but this one doesn't have like the hard alcohol-y taste to it. It's got like a really nice smooth, peachy, yet beery, not too peachy, not too beery, not too alcoholic. This is the one, like, bruh, guys, this is the one that I've been waiting for. If you sold packs of these, I'd be all over it. This and the Fruzy, I know the Fruzy is not part of this pack, but Fruzy is where it's at. So this and Fruzy, I'd be all over it. So far, just off the top of my head, this one is going to get... My brain went to 6 again, but this is better than the rest of them. So this one's going to get 7 off the top of my head. Today is Tuesday. I'm learning that I need to drink these beers slowly and no more than 2 at a time, because they get far too much and they start to taste a little bit too strong for me because I've become weak. But we only have 2 left. I'm saving the best, hopefully, for last. So the one before the last is the cookie dough biscuit mix millionaire shortbread stout. It doesn't say. It just says cookie dough biscuit mix millionaire shortbread. Packing a doughy chocolatey punch. This is what happens when you add thousands of cookies and a shed load of chocolate to a beer. Don't forget the caramel to top it off. Store cold, drink fresh. This is 8%, so this is a manageable stout. I'm going to assume that this is a stout. It doesn't say, in fact, hang on. The box doesn't say stout on it either, so I'm just going to assume it's a stout. Unless we crack it open and then a bunch of cookie dough and millionaire shortbread falls out, which I wouldn't complain about, to be fair. So let's go. And we're back on with the big drop glass again because I wanted to save the Tiny Rebel. Forgot them for a second. The Tiny Rebel one for the last beer that we've got, but here we go. Oh bro, this is not a stout. I thought this was going to be a stout. I was so fully prepared for this to be a stout, and it's not. My mind is blown. I was really expecting this to be a stout. I thought this was going to be a dark beer, but it's not. It smells nice. It doesn't say what style of beer this is, but it's a light one. I don't know whether I'm disappointed or not. I was kind of looking forward to having a cookie dough stout. It's not a stout. It smells like sweet caramel. I'm going to go with what I was expecting for a stout, which is not. I was expecting it to smell like dark, kind of burnt caramel and coffee, but this smells like sweet, really light caramel. Like definitely not the deep roasted caramel. This is definitely light and sweet is the only way I can think to describe it. It doesn't have the dark undertones to it. It's just really light. It's kind of vanilla-y. Vanilla caramel, that's what I'm getting. Like vanilla cookie dough caramel. That's so weird. It's not bad in any way, shape or form. In fact, it's very nice, but my brain wants a dark beer. That's so crazy. It's got all the flavors of, what was the other one? Popcorn coffee stout. It's got very similar flavors to that, but it doesn't have the depth or the body because it's not a dark beer. It's got all like the top notes of a stout, but then it's light and you can keep sipping it and you don't really have to take breaks. You should take breaks between sips because this is very dangerous at 8%. But it's as if you took the dark out of a stout and then what you were left with were the top notes. And it doesn't taste that alcoholic either. A problem that I've had with some of the other beers in the box is they've got all the top notes, but then the alcohol is very there and very pungent and very almost spirit-like with the intensity, and I don't really like that. But that one, you can taste the alcohol, but not so much. I'm just kind of mind blown because I was really expecting a dark beer and it's not. This is very nice. My brain's saying 8 for the time being. With the peach iced tea, I can't remember what I gave it. I think it was a 7. I'm going to knock it down to a 6 again because after a while it was too alcohol-y taste. And I know that's ridiculous because it's a beer, but like it wasn't like all the flavors melded together and the alcohol was adding to it. It was almost like you'd poured a shot into a Monster and you'd not mixed it. That was the sort of vibes that I was getting from it, so knocking it down to a 6. This cookie dough stout is getting 8, I think I said, so yeah. Upon finishing the cookie dough biscuit mix millionaire shortbread beer, because it doesn't say what style of beer it is, I'm knocking it down to probably a 4.5 to 5, mainly because it's so sickly sweet. I think that's the flavour I've been getting throughout all these beers. It's not that they're too strong. Some of them are too strong, but mainly it's just that they're so sickly sweet. After the first few sips, like on camera, I take a sip and I'm like, this is fucking great, this is brilliant, I really like this beer. And then I sit down to actually drink it, and it's just really not that great because it's far too sweet and just not enjoyable. So yeah, this one's gonna get a 4.5 out of 10. It was not the best. But now we come to the finale, and that is the Freak Shake Fruzy. Now I bought a few beers alongside the birthday pack, and one of them was the Fruzy, and I wanted to do a review on it, but I was too impatient. So I poured it out and I drank it, and it was amazing. It was honestly one of the best beers that I've had. It's the best beer that I've had in 2023, and I know we're only in February, but I'm taking that as the best beer in 2023 so far. So this is like a pumped up version of the Fruzy, I'm guessing, the Freak Shake Fruzy. It says, what the fuck is a Freak Shake? Milkshake topped with cream, topped with cake, topped with sauce, with a handful of sweets thrown in for good measure. What the fuck is a Fruzy? A Fruzy is heavily fruited, has a super thick body, and always a sweet / sharp finish. Why have we put them together? Because they say it could be done. The Fruzy, to me, it had a smoothie-like consistency, and it tasted like peach raspberry soothers, which bang, in my opinion. So, I rated that very highly. I think I gave it like an 8.5 or a 9, maybe even a straight 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. This, I don't think it's going to be as good as the original Fruzy, but we can see. First look is a little bit unappealing because there's floaters in there. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but there is. Smells fruity. Smells like peach raspberry soothers, like the Fruzy. It's good. I like that. It is very reminiscent of the Fruzy. It feels like the Fruzy with added creaminess, added punch. And a bit more berry flavour, I'd say. Not as good as the Fruzy. You shouldn't mess with something that's already perfect, but 6.5 is what I'm going. It's one of the better ones. I forgot to talk about the can art on this one. Donut, ice cream, glass, overflowing with stuff, sweets, and the likes. Not the coolest can out of the bunch, but still pretty good. 6.5 on the Freak Shake Fruzy so far. So my final thoughts on the Tiny Rebel 11th birthday blending pack is, for 50 quid, you definitely got your money's worth. So I don't know if this is how it actually works out, but this is the way I'm going to work it out. Say you pay a tenner for the glass and then like a £5 per beer. It's pretty good value for your money. The box, the packaging, obviously you're paying for that because I'm guessing that this was not cheap, the amount of effort that's gone into this. It's really, really cool. You can't say that this is not cool. It definitely looks like a massive cake, but it's not, it's beer cake. For me, a lot of the flavors were just kind of meh. I didn't really like a lot of the stronger ones. My favorite was definitely the Freak Shake Fruzy, but I mean, I think that's just because the Fruzy is my favorite beer that Tiny Rebel makes. It's perfect and you shouldn't change it. You should just leave it alone because you're not going to make it any better. I think the Freak Shake aspect of it kind of ruined the Fruzy a little bit, but you know, you don't know until you try. So if I'm gonna order them, I'm probably going Freak Shake, popcorn stout, pineapple spice beer, peach iced tea, what's left? Blue raspberry one, cookies and cream, orange creamsicle, and then the limoncello one I didn't really care for. Now, should I have blended them? Definitely 100% think I should have blended them, but you know, if the gods smile on me and I by chance get sent another birthday pack, then I'll definitely make another video blending them all together, but I don't think that's gonna happen to me. So I'm just gonna give my opinion as is. I would give the entire experience a 7 out of 10. Mainly because it looks great. Everything looks great. I really wanted to enjoy 100% of the beers, but I just unfortunately didn't. They weren't to my palate, so I can't give it a straight 10 out of 10. But 7 out of 10 I think is fair, especially all things included. The price, the beer, the glass, and the packaging, and the whole experience. It just deserves a 7 out of 10. So if you like this video, leave a like, leave me a comment if you like any of Tiny Rebels beers, or if not, something that you think I should review. Subscribe for more videos, and peace.